We're on Yevamot Perek Yud Daled Mishnah Bet, second Mishnah, the 14th chapter of Yevamot, and we're talking about the imbalance of between a man and a woman in terms of the ability to give a divorce. So we learned that a pikachat shenit chareshet, a woman who had hearing, she was married normally, and then she became deaf. She doesn't have dat. We learned in the last Mishnah that the man could divorce her. But then we learned also that if the man is nitcharesh, if he loses his hearing, he's no longer a ben dat. He has to have dat, and she doesn't have to have dat. So the Rabbi Yochanan ben Nuri said, how can that be? And the Chazal explained. The Mishnah says, He'id Rabbi Yochanan ben Gudgada. So Rabbi Yochanan ben Gudgada he testified. Ala chareshet shehisiya avia. Another case where a person was married midoraita, but she didn't have that. A chareshet, a deaf girl, whose father married her. We know that the father has the right to marry her midoraita. Okay, so he gave her, so therefore she was married midoraita, but now she doesn't have that. Shehi yotz'a beget. That she also can be divorced with a get. The Bartanura says, Ayu kedushin gemurin, it was full kedushin. Afa pishe chareshet. Even though she's deaf, she can't hear, she doesn't have that. So she's yotze beget, afilu la'achar shegadla, even after she has grown up. Upakakoach amekabel that she can accept, she can receive her get. Amrulo, avzo, the same is true about a pikachat shenit chareshet. The same is true here, a woman was married midoraita, and now she can no longer hear, and she's an adult. Zoka yotzeba. This is a similar case. So we see there are cases, so we see another case, the Mishnah is trying to prove the Tanakama's point from the last Mishnah, where a woman who's married midoraita, even though she doesn't have dat to accept a get midoraita, nonetheless, her get is still acceptable, because halachically she's not required to have full dat, full knowledge, full understanding, in order to be divorced. We'll stop here and dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a good day.